People who didn't do other talk shows did Tom's show and said things there they wouldn't say anywhere else.
Didn't you ever wonder, are these people crazy?
How are you going to make sure that you keep your concern for working people?
Does it surprise you at all?
That bother you at all?
What the hell is going on?
Are you doing this just to shock people?
What do you want to say?
Could you clarify that?
What happened down
And I'm just wondering...
Do you ever think about
how
that?
is it different?
Why do you think that is?
I think you've talked on the radio before about sexuality. And I'm trying to make this sensitive and sensible. Do you ever wonder if you're putting off people who might be your audience?
Absolutely.
Putting them down, you know?
Yes, I think so. But one has a responsibility to oneself. And it does offend people. And a lot of people don't understand, and I understand that. But it also helps a lot of people that are in situations that may be gay or bisexual, who are in little towns and places like that. If someone comes out, I can't stand people in show business that are out and out screaming queens that keep saying, "Oh, I hate faggots," you know? I mean, really?
When I saw the credits come up and it said written and directed by Steven Spielberg, I had forgotten. I think you mentioned in New York that you had written this story, that this was your story.
Right.
Where did this come from?
Close Encounters came from my imagination, but my imagination stimulated by a lot of factual research.
Do you believe in UFOs?
I'm a want-to-believer. I'm really anxious to have an experience myself so I can come on a show like yours and say, I believe in UFOs, and I'll tell you why. But the problem is, I can't tell you why, so I shouldn't tell you I believe in UFOs.
What got you into this?
You know, you went to see those movies with Elvis or somebody in it when we were still in Liverpool, and you'd see everybody waiting to see him, right? And I'd be waiting there too. And they'd all scream when he came on the screen, right? So we thought, that's a good job. That's why most musicians are on stage, actually.
Why is that?
To get a little, Tom, to get a little extra.
What, a little extra money?
Yeah, you know what it is. It is 2 o'clock.
Why do you dislike rock and roll so
It's
much?
dead, it's a disease, it's history, it's vile. It's not achieving anything, it's just digression. They play rock and roll at airports. That's about as, like, advanced as it can possibly get.
Even when you were with the Sex Pistols?
I wondered when you'd get round to that one. Yes, even then. Because the Sex Pistols was going to be the absolute end of rock and roll, which I thought it was. Unfortunately, the majority of the public, being the senile animals that they are, got that wrong. Too bad.
Were you happy when you found out you weren't going to go to the gas chamber, Charles?
I knew I wasn't going to go to the gas chamber because I hadn't done anything wrong. I didn't tell nobody to do nothing. I said, do what you want to do. I'm do. So don't tell me what to do. I don't like people telling me what to do. They just come from a place where they told me what to do all my life. You know, I want to find out what to do for myself, you know. But I was going to take a trade one of these days, maybe learn to be a welder or something. Till I can get to the front gate anyway.
I think he's frightened by death, and I think that he is as scared of us as we are of him. I get the feeling he'll be quite content to spend the rest of his life playing mind games in the jailhouse. And I also believe that Charles Manson knows exactly what he's done.
All the pictures that you do scare people. What frightens you?
Most things. I'm scared of policemen. I never drive a car on the theory that if you don't drive a car, you can't get a ticket. And I think I'm more scared of that kind of thing.
Why?
I'm a coward, I suppose.
A lot of bands come over from Great Britain. I don't have to go
Ireland.
through. Okay, now this is a band from Ireland. It's the first one in my memory that has been received as well as you have been here. Is it tough to be an Irish band and get noticed? Here you have to play New York or L.A. or Nashville. Do you have to play London there to get recognition?
It's the same old problem, really. You know, I think it's good, though. The whole business depends on the survival of the fittest. And if you can't escape from whether it's Dublin or Lubbock, Texas, or Iowa, well, then you will not survive in the bigger arenas. So I'm thankful for any of the struggle we had to go through.
You made the comment about the first one that it would, Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke will be more understandable or enjoyable if you smoke a joint before you go in.
Well, that's with anything. You smoke
We got your crowd here. Yeah.
This show is incredible if you smoke a joint first.
Now, if I had a lower IQ, I could enjoy this interview. I watch you, and I have to be ready for you. So I don't want to know what you ask me, and you will know how my answer will be. And if you don't like it, erase the tape.
This one tape I ain't going to erase, Muhammad. I'm going to keep this one for a long time.
You're not as dumb as you look.
Are you going to sit there and tell me that you're now working for the master of promotion on television, Fred Silverman, and you don't do it endlessly every day on
people of America.
NBC?
That's who I work for, Howard.
I gotta tell
do
you,
you mean to sit there and tell me that if Roone Armitage tells you to go and do a puff piece on the news, that you, Howard Cosell, say, yes, sir, I'll go do the puff piece on the news?
Tommy, the instancy of response from your audience does not conceal the fact that you are a pawn, servile, subservient, and this could be your last hurrah, because what you're really...
Hey, many more guests like you, Howard, and it will be, I can tell you.